and that would be P3.
And he'll need, to get to P2, he'll need another 10th. And at the moment, he's running about the same splits.
All about just being as smooth as he can with his inputs on the wheel, not being too aggressive on his initial turn into scrub, any extra speed, just letting the car do a lot of the rolling of the corner by itself.
Second lap quicker, Robbie, 226.399.
Oh.
He is right on the edge of being P2.
Needs a little more. You see it?
He's working
on your computer there?
Yeah, he's working another 226. Oh, he might pick this up. If he keeps this going, he'll have enough. Of course, he's got to finish it for P2. Not enough for Elio, who's breathing a sigh of relief, but maybe enough for P2.
Here's the third lap. It's 226.420, so he picked it up again. He's been faster on every lap.
So right now, his average does put him in P2.
He is very consistent. Again, good splits. He's on 226.4 pace,
which is what he needs.
Thousandths of a second. We've seen people lose it in turn 4 as far as the time.
When you think they got it, all they got to do is make it home. You're right.
But he's looking good for P2.
Checkered flag, fourth lap, 226.4. He did it.
Does it?
Wow.
Average 226.412. He is P2, knocking Tagliani to P3. So Alex spent most of the day in P1 and finds himself now in position 3, knocked out by 2 Penske cars. Elio says, I'm glad you're P2, but I'm also glad you're not P1.
Now, you saw Roger on the radio talking to Eric Cowden. You know what they're doing. All right, Will, what was it like? What do we need to do? I mean, they're getting that last-minute reconnaissance to say exactly what the car did to make that last-minute decision to send Briscoe out, because you know what they're gunning for? They're gunning for a Penske 1, 2, 3.
You bet. And right now, Ryan Briscoe is P8.
Well, Roger, you took the gamble. Looks like it paid off 1 and 2 now. I see Briscoe's car in line. Doing one, you send one out, you got to send them all?
No, we just want to be sure we're in the top 9 with all 3 cars. And I think that, you know, obviously it was a great run by Will, because the front 2 pits are key in the race, as everybody knows. But, you know, it's a big chance we took there. But I think Will is solid today. And I think Ryan will leave him where he is. He'll be 8th. And then we'll be ready to have a shootout here at 4:30.
So you don't even want him to go out and shake down the car and find out how it, you know, feels right now?
If we shake it down, we got to take our time down. I don't want to do that.
I don't blame you, Roger. Lindy Thaxton?
All right, Townsend, you risk it, you go back out, you improve positions, but you're up to 10 right outside that number 9. What are your thoughts right now?
Just happy to be standing here. It was, we were in a rush. We did a completely new setup after our first run this morning. In qualifying, we went back to the garage, changed things around, and went out, and it was sliding around pretty good, but faster. And luckily, my right foot was just dumber than I was in the head, and I kept my foot down and hung on. So the Herbalife car's in the top 10 for now. We're happy.
Thank you, Townsend.
Thanks.
Bob?
Real nice run by Townsend, 225.097. There is the guy who currently occupies P1, Elio Castroneves. Team Penske has a good show going so far as Mario Romancini goes back onto the speedway for his second attempt today.
You know, it's interesting that Roger Penske knows when to hold them and knows when to fold them. You know, I truly thought after sending those first 2 cars, him standing there, why not send the third?
And he's like, no, I'm not going to withdraw.
But you know, he's on he is the strategist for Briscoe's car.
Yeah.
So he's saying, you know, we're in. No one's going to knock us out of the top 9, and we're good.
Well, you know, Romancini, he can get this done. His teammate Baguette, run.
Yep.
Oh,
they aborted the start.
okay.
Or the
just
run.
as I was saying that. Anyhow.
Here's Lindy with Will Power.
All right, well, what'd you do to be able to do that?
Not much. I think the conditions have just changed, so it's just quicker. My first run, there's a mess up in the gearbox. I don't know what it was. I thought I'd touched the paddle, but I didn't. So, yeah, it was just a clean run. It was good.
You looking forward to going out and doing that all again?
Oh, man, I don't know how many times I can do that today. I mean, I guess I have to do it another 2 times. And you got to hold on, because 1 is really sketchy with the way the wind is, and 2. 3 and 4 are quite easy. So, yep, you grip the wheels as hard as you can.
Thank you, Will, and his teammate Ryan Briscoe is in line as well to go back out. Stay with us. We're back live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on pole day right after this.
Continues here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Less than 15 minutes to go. Anna Beatrice is on her qualifying run.
And her first lap at the moment puts her in 14th position.
Wow.
224.7. Hello. That's a nice start.
That would move her up in front of her teammate, Mike Conway.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
And it looks solid. It's not like you're out there trying to knock the fence down. It looks pretty good.
And the kind of the surprise in your voice is we didn't really see any lap times for her, in practice, other than what she did earlier.
And there you go. Ryan was next in line, but they have decided to take the car out of line, so he will not try to better his position 8 right now. Anna Beatrice, how was the second lap?
She slipped a little, but still 17th position. Second lap was a 224.3, so she lost 4/10. But still, as long as there's no slip-ups, this is a great start to a run.
I tell you, I'd be a lot happier going back to the garage when we're done today with her being in this top 24. That would be great.
About 12 minutes remaining in the 15 car of Paul Tracy, who is not in the field, is next in line.
Slipped 1 position to 18th, still solid. 224.1 on lap number 3. Her average is still a 224.3. Few corners to go.
Very impressive rookie, Anna Beatrice.
She may slip into the 223s, but
that still
it should be good enough.
Checkered flag waves. Beatrice qualifies.
And 19th, 223.8 for an average of 224.243. Nicely done.
Very nice.
And we're very happy that you got your computer here, to keep us in tune. So I'm going to be on her stand during the race. So that's a nice run.
So Thomas Schechter is your only one out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We never saw Schechter. We saw him get back out, but we never saw him do anything with any times. So never really got him sorted back out and got him comfortable with anything to.
The first car that qualified today has just been bumped out of the top 24, that being A.J. Foyt IV. The bump speed now belongs to Jay Howard, the 24th speed, 223.964. And here is Paul Tracy to try to get it done again.
And the line is long enough to where if it doesn't work, that's it for today, right?
Yeah,
there was quite a lineup of cars.
There's only 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. So essentially, this is his last shot for today.
Right.
Yeah. For him to come back again, you're saying, to do it.
Yeah, there's a line. It's quite long. And remember, the track will close in 10 minutes, ending segment number 1.
And there we talked about Schechter. There he is.
Yeah.
In the car.
We're going to get to see him.
Okay.
Yep. Here comes Tracy taking the green flag.
Did a 2:19 warm-up lap, which, again, doesn't mean much.
Walking through the parking lot where the motorhomes are, I noticed PT's ride that he's got to drive him around here in downtown Indianapolis is a 1964 Lincoln Continental, all done up, and I'm a Lincoln guy as well, and
and believe it or not, he drove that himself single-handedly all the way from his home in Nevada. That should have been a great ride.
Come on, did he really? I would have thought he would have had that shift, but good for him.
That's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas 20.